If you have ever thought about investing in real estate, you probably must have asked yourself this question: should I buy land and wait, or should I build and earn rent? Now, both are smart, both have earned people money, but they are of different strategies. And choosing the wrong one can hold you down or slow you down for years. Now, before we compare anything, let's be clear about one thing. It's not about what option is better. It's about which option fits your capital, your timeline, and your risk appetite. And if you're evaluating real estate as an investment, then these three factors should be put into consideration. When you buy land for investment, you're betting on future demands. You're not earning monthly income. Rather, your returns come from appreciation, development around the land, and scarcity over time. In eastern Nigeria, places like Anambra, Enugu, parts of Imo, and Asaba axis, land performs well when population pressure is increasing, urban spillover is active, and land supply is limited. In areas like Awka outskirts or Enugu Independence Layout extensions, land has appreciated from between 15% to 40% over 3 to 5 years, depending on the infrastructural development and buyer activity. Now, this is to tell you that land rewards patience, but patience has a cost. Now, let's talk about the hidden cost of land. And here are two major things people don't factor in. It's the opportunity cost and also the holding cost of land. But in today's video, we're going to be talking about the holding cost of land. When you buy land, you must put these things into consideration. You must know that your land is not producing cash flow. Your money is locked in that land until you sell. And again, growth is dependent on timing and some other external factors. Now, there are some holding costs which most people ignore, which include the annual property taxes, fencing and securing your land to prevent encroachment, and in some cases, the cost of defending your title if documentation is not airtight. In eastern Nigeria, encroachment is very real. If you buy land and you don't fence it or visit it regularly, you may find yourself in a boundary dispute. Now, let's talk about the other side, which is what rental property offers. Rental property is all about cash flow and stability. Now, you build or buy property for one of these reasons: in order to earn consistent income, have an edge against inflation, or create predictable returns over time. Now, in cities like Awka, Enugu, or Owerri, rental demand is driven by civil servants or small business owners, traders or artisans, students, or young families that are looking for affordable housing. Now, let's talk about numbers. A standard 2-bedroom flat in a decent Awka neighborhood might cost you 20 million to 40 million to build. Now, that same property could be rented for 1.2 to 2 million naira per year, which is roughly 2% to 4% annual yield. Rental property rewards structure and active management, not waiting. Now, most people assume that rental property or rent guarantees steady, stable, and guaranteed income or money. But that's not so true, because when you dig deeper, there are still other hidden risks involved in it. Let's talk about the risks most people ignore with rentals. And let's start with construction cost overruns. In Nigeria, building in Nigeria is very, very unpredictable. The cost of building materials fluctuates. Contractors may delay the work. Something you budgeted for 20 million might end up costing you over 40 million. Number two is vacancy risks. For some places in eastern Nigeria, especially places that developed too quickly or are yet to have infrastructure, this kind of places might have issues with vacancy. Number two is vacancy risks. In some places in eastern Nigeria, especially places that developed too quickly or doesn't have much infrastructure, property Properties may sit empty for over 6 months or more. Number 3 is maintenance. Tenants can cause tear and wear, and other factors like leaking roofs, repainting, or plumbing issues can eat into your returns. Number 4 is tenant quality. Some tenants may delay payment or not pay on time, and in all of these, your money is being delayed. Number 5 is liquidity. Selling rental property is much harder than selling a plot of land. If you want your money quickly, you might consider selling land as against selling rental property. Let's now walk you through the final aspect of how to choose between land and rentals. If your capital is small or limited and your timeline is long, land is your best option. But if the demand is already available and you want a steady income, then rental is the best option for you. And if you want to strike a balance, then you buy land now and build later. And this is one of the most beautiful strategies and powerful strategies to employ in Eastern Nigeria. Some people are already doing it. It's to buy land in a growing corridor now and then wait for it to appreciate for over 2 to 5 years. Then you build when there are visible constructions going on in that area. One thing you should have in mind is that real estate is not a one-size-fits-all model. And that is why we don't push people into taking one option as against the other. We allow you to make your choice. And the right move should be dependent on these factors I'm going to list right now. Should be dependent on your cash position, how much you have at hand at that moment. It should also be dependent on your income needs, whether you need the money right now or later on in the future. And also on how to manage the building when you invest in it. Now, another thing is your patience and also your ability to manage what you have built. When you understand this, you stop chasing trends, you stop making costly mistakes and start building good strategies that will fit your life. Now, the real question here is not about either to buy land or go for rentals. No. The real question right now is, what can your money do for you right now? And if you're able to answer this question, you'll be in the best strategy to know what to do with your money right now. And if you're evaluating a land property or a building project or rental project at this time, and you don't know what direction to take, send us a message right now. It will help you think through your specific situation using your capital, your timeline, and your markets. And if you want more breakdowns like this, real estate explained from an investor's point of view with real numbers and real risks, follow this page. We're not here to rush decisions. We are here to help you make better ones. See you next time.